No one can hear us. What the fuck?
Mm.
We're
So
in
you mean
podcast
those
live.
that so you mean that speed run of testing our microphone didn't work? What?
Nah, we're live. If you can hear us, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you can hear us. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Insomniacs Podcast. We are live, back at it again. Wow, we had a crazy day today. If you missed out, today was the PlayStation Showcase where we got a lot of crazy news, crazy drops, and we're here to talk about it. So again, welcome to the show. If this is your first time listening or if you're a returning person, we appreciate you. Please drop a motherfucking like downstairs and subscribe if you haven't checked out our content before. I am Nova. I'm joined by my lovely co-host. Starting off, we got CoolHandCruz. What up, CoolHand?
What up, baby? And shout out to my man Joseph, my guy, popping in the shot. What's happening, bro? What's
Going
happening,
on? What's
bro?
going
And
on? What's going on?
congratulations, my man. Congratulations, bro. Heard the good news, Mazel.
Oh my god. I'll get to it later. Shout out to you, Joseph, aka Soup Gamer, aka Joseph Diamond Hand, something like that. Capono, what's good with you, bro? Glad to have everyone back in here. Yeah, we got a lot to cover today. So,
Oh, hey, C-Dolla sign. What's up, man? How are
oh
you
yeah, I
doing
forgot
today?
about
Are you
that fool,
great?
man.
My day's been nice.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
It's been all right. It's been a good day.
Yeah, no, forgot about you for a second, but I didn't.
I really did
Cool
forget
hand.
about this guy, man. He'd be so quiet sometimes, We love you too, man. We love you too. Yeah, so for any Xbox people in the chat, I want you guys to really listen because we got a lot of bombs to drop on y'all today, man. Let me cue where's the bomb sound? Let me drop the bomb on y'all real quick. Where is it? Okay. No, that's not it. Nope. There we go. Unfortunately, this is what Sony did to Xbox today, man. Y'all had us with the Bethesda purchase. I'm not gonna lie, but ooh, what happened today? We we got a lot to dive into. So first and foremost, let's switch to this trailer that we got up here. This is the trailer that Sony was playing at the very start of their event. It was really dope. At first, I was trying to figure out whether it was a game, like what are we watching? But it was another classic Sony trailer where they gotta bring in all their different games, and just kind of show like it. When I look at these commercials, I think like, all right, this represents like the community. But if you look at this, you see someone playing chess, right? And there's a shot in here at Microsoft, pretty much saying we are playing chess, not checkers, right? It's not what you think. We here for the long game. And
I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even read into it like that. I thought that commercial was like that shit didn't make sense. The commercial to me didn't make sense, but it was cool. I was like, oh, this commercial didn't make sense. That's cool though.
Capona said, does Insomniac drink jet fuel for breakfast? Of course we do. They're killing it. You're right. Insomniac Games is definitely killing it. But yeah, it was crazy, man. This commercial, they're playing chess. They're playing chess with Microsoft. They're in here for the long haul. And yeah, any like quick thoughts on this commercial when y'all saw it?
I thought the commercial was about play having no limits.
It's dope. Like I feel like they're gonna show this commercial like trailers during the movie theaters.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I see this like popping up on during Thursday night football. Play has no limits. PlayStation with that whole thing. It's definitely gonna get like a spot on TV.
Yeah, drop a comment in the chat. What y'all think of this commercial initially? Right? How was this as like a start to the event? And by the way, we're gonna be covering all the games chronologically as they appeared on the show, so we're not missing anything. So if you missed a show, you're gonna catch it all right here. So yeah, you know what? Let me get past this commercial. Let's jump straight right into it, right? First off, this one really grabbed me. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yo, Lucasfilms?
This was the hook. This
Oh
was like
man,
this
was
got
it?
you quick. This got you in quick. I was like, oh shit. They started like busting down the door. Like they started running.
Yeah, this was crazy. So if y'all don't know what you're looking at right now, you're looking at KOTOR, aka Knights of the Old Republic. If you don't know, this was an Xbox game, Xbox and PC game that came out for the 360 generation. Now it's a timed exclusive for PlayStation. Now this is an RPG, right? This is a Star Wars RPG, very famous even today, where you can kind of choose what kind of character you want to be. Do you want to be a piece of shit? Do you want to be a Jedi? Do you want to be Sith? Do you want to be whatever? You have the choice to do it. And the fact that they're bringing this back, we've heard a lot of rumors that this was coming, but the fact that they actually did it, they actually came out with this game, I think it blew most people's minds. I mean, fuck, we're getting KOTOR on PlayStation, right? Even the ad says for the first time on PlayStation. This is fucking insane, right? I just gotta drop a okay. Yeah, because that's how I was feeling, right? KOTOR on PlayStation remake, right? Not a remaster, remake. How do y'all feel about this, man? Because as y'all can tell, I'm super excited. How y'all feeling about this?
I mean, I'm pretty excited too. Like when you look at a list of like best Star Wars games, you always see it like around the top of the list. I personally never played the game, but it looks really dope. Even though it's just a CGI trailer, like I'm pumped.
This did so much like to grab the audience, but not only that, we're seeing Knights of the Old Republic. It's also, remember, we are about to witness a movie. Like they're gonna make a movie or a TV show around this era of the Jedi. You know, Knights of the Old Republic. This is like the height of the Jedi, the height of the Republic, and this was the also the rise of the Sith and the Jedi War. So this is gonna be a very good game. I want to know what they're gonna do different in terms of it, like in terms of the this one compared to the original. So I'm not worried, but I'm interested in seeing, the aspects, especially, with the newer graphics, with obviously how that's also going to interact with, the haptic feedback and things like that. I'm just excited. To create my Sith. I'm going to Sith all day.
Hell yeah, we repping Sith all day on Insomniacs. You know how it goes. I do want to say, my man Joe Diamond Balls, don't fret, man. This is coming to Xbox eventually. This is a timed exclusive. Thank you, Glenzer. I saw your comment. So this is coming to Xbox eventually. We don't know the details yet. So you guys will see it. And Capono, just to reply to your comment, you said the story is really good. I never played it. And you know what? That's the thing. A lot of people on PlayStation who've been traditionally PlayStation have not played this game, right? They just heard of it. And they just heard it's really good. It's kind of one of those games back in the day, like, oh shit, well, we never got KOTOR,
Oh, that CGI, remember the CGI trailer for this game? Like that shit was cinematic as fuck for its time. It still is. Like that battle was dope.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be dope, and eventually, everyone's gonna be able to play it. But the fact that Sony somehow secured the bag, like that's pretty big news, man. So. On that note, we got a lot of games to cover, so just stick with us, guys. We're not gonna take too long on every game. Towards the end,
my man Joe wants blood right now. He said bullshit.
I know. Hey, you guys are gonna get it eventually. Next game we got on the list. New game, new announcement. I want you guys to really pay attention to this one. It's called Project Eve. Let me switch it. Project Eve. So what you're looking at, this game, so we got a little extended gameplay on this one. This was dope. I don't even know how to explain it, whether you want to say Bayonetta, whether you want to say Final Fantasy, whether you want to say Devil May Cry. It's like all those mixed into one. Very bloody, very gory. I think this was definitely, like, for me at least, one of the bigger surprises, especially initially. You start off with some game like this, everyone's like, what is this? And then you just see this like off the top gameplay. We obviously are looking at some trailers, but there's some gameplay thrown in here. and it's so fast paced. I just got, you know what I'm saying, for this one, I just got to throw a okay, because this game is fire. I know me, Dollar Sign, and CoolHand were texting during the show, and this is the first. I was just like, yo, this is an Instacop. I don't know what this is, but this is an Instacop. Glenn just says 3 hour show tonight. We're not trying to make it a 3 hour show. We're trying to make this bite size, but
we need to have a segment that's like Instacop or Instapass. Like this was an Instacop.
This was an Instacop for me, 100%. Yeah, what'd you guys think?
Yeah, it reminds me of like Final Fantasy Remake a bit. Like just like the scenery, like the gameplay. Like how it's like really fast paced and really twitchy, and like the enemies are crazy. Like their design, there's like like laser beams and stuff, kind of like Returnal. I don't know. It seems like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I saw Zombilla in the chat. Shout out to Zombilla. That's for you, bro. Yes, guys, what's up? But Forsaken, I think you mean Forspoken. Yes, this does kind of look like Forspoken, but this looks way bloodier, way grittier than Forspoken. And this looks kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. And I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? You got a game with some gore, with high intense action. Dollar Sign, is this an Instacop for you? Like, once you saw this gameplay, what you're looking at right now, was this like, all right, this is kind of up my field?
I don't know. I've never heard of this studio. I still gotta see some more.
You know, we got a little bit of side titty for you pervs. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. And it's only PS5. You know, a lot of the games we saw today aren't even cross generation. A couple of them are. But a lot of these games are PS5 only or timed exclusive for the PS5. So I'm glad we're finally getting to that point in the generation where these games are being made for next-gen systems. So, yeah, I mean, it's just dope. And I'm sure we're going to see the same thing on the Xbox side. Probably a little bit longer because I know their strategy is to kind of milk out these games longer, make them more accessible. But Sony's saying, hey, fuck the bullshit. If you want to play some of these games, you have to get a PS5, no matter how you got to get it. Whether you got to be snooping out of someone's house waiting for their mail, whether you got to rob a granny, whatever you got to do, you have to get a PS5 to play some of these games, man.
I mean, honestly, that's really what this showcase was. This showcase was kind of like it's like, yo, if you don't got a PS5, you're missing out at this point. And it kind of sucks because, they're still not available for mass consumption. So it is kind of unfortunate that most people won't get to enjoy these games. Project Eve definitely got my attention. It did give me a little Final Fantasy vibe, but like with the Nier Automata, like it's like a Final Fantasy Nier Automata mix with like horror sprinkled in.
Yeah, this is really dope. Again, drop in the comments what y'all think about this. Zombilla says getting DMC vibes and Bayonetta. Yeah, exactly. But like bloody and like a little bit sexy, you get a little bit of everything. So again, we're definitely gonna keep our eyes on this one. Project Eve, y'all saw it here.
It looks like there's a lot of cool variations into in terms of the action sequences. So I'm excited to see that as well. But I'm also excited to see how it transitions from like the CGI cinematic to the gameplay and how smooth that will be, hopefully.
Yep. Capone says, you better start mowing some grass to pay for these great games. Facts, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no fodder over here. You're getting some big titles. All right, so let's move on to our next game. And I'm sure this is everyone's favorite game they're going to see today. This is actually my least favorite game. It's called Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm not going to spend too much time on this game. I'll just rip off the Band-Aid right now for y'all. This was a looter shooter. I just kind of had a confused face the whole time watching this. I was just like, bruh, like what is this?
Nova. It's simple. Instapass. I say Instapass.
This is an Instapass. Art style looks like Borderlands. We got some cell shaded shit going on, which is cool. This might.
Is it the same studio that makes Borderlands?
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's the same studio.
Well, that would make sense. Again, at first glimpse for me, this is not my bag. But we got first person, we got different weapons and abilities. This might be cool, but just the whole tone of the game wasn't really my bag. Again, this game might be fucking dope, and I'm just prejudging it. But yeah, lots of guns clearly from the trailers. What we're looking at, but I don't know. What y'all think about this? After second review, this maybe goes up a slight notch on my list, but I'm not sold on it.
I feel like it might be fun, like a couch co-op. Like if I have some friends over, if I can do like split screen co-op, that could be pretty fun.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of like a lower end Overwatch. Or like a lower end Paladin. That's what it kind of gave me.
Word. Oh yeah, I would say maybe Overwatch mixed.
It's for me.
I wouldn't even say Overwatch. This is definitely Borderlands looking in a lot of ways, but
I'm not talking about the look. I'm talking about
gameplay.
The way the gameplay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's the similar gameplay as Borderlands games too. All the Borderlands games are also looter shooters.
Yeah, I'm like opponents in the chat. This is a game for somebody, just not me.
Yeah, just not
personally. And, it could be dope. So we'll see. Besides that, yeah, it's a Gearbox game. Sorry, I should have mentioned that initially. So yeah, let's move on to the next another game we've been watching for a long time. Forspoken. This trailer, we got a little more context about the game, right? As you'll see in the trailer, the character, she's living in what we would presume is Earth, because she questions later on if she's still on Earth. She just seems like a normal girl living a normal life, gets sucked in through some portal, and it gives you context on how she got her powers and everything. So what you're going to see in a couple seconds is she has like this bangle on her arm that talks, right? And if you want to put this in context with like God of War, this bangle she has on her arm that gives her these powers is almost like Mimir, right? It's kind of talking to her. There's back and forth banter. This kind of funny. I am so fucking hyped for this game. I gotta just yeah. Like this game looked fucking sick. Like I'm gonna hit a
damn son. Where'd you find this?
Like. Whew! This just raises my excitement level for this game even more. We got more gameplay, and what you're looking at again is like the introduction to the game. She's kind of looking out over this world, like, wait, where the fuck am I? And then she hears some voice, and then she's looking at her arm. She's like, what the hell is this on my arm? And then next thing you know, she's just like doing some badass shit. What I do like about this game, I just want to say first and foremost, it's fast-paced action, right? We've been seeing, which isn't the first one we saw tonight. It's fast-paced. It's very acute when it comes to fighting. And again, it's just something that we've already been excited for. The fact that we're seeing more and more of it is just dope. I think we're getting this in January, by the way. Yeah, like you see all this like grappling and stuff, and like almost flying. Like, what do y'all think about this? Who else is hyped for this game, yo?
I mean, we've been following this game since the announcement of Project Athia. So when it was called Forspoken, obviously it's a young black female lead, which I think is really cool and innovative.
We'd like to see.
This game just looks amazing. It looks stunning. It looks way better. I mean, now that I have a little more context to what the game is about, it makes me more interested in it. I just can't wait to get my hands on it. Honestly, I think it's gonna have very fun moments. It looks like they had a good. You know what it is? This game looks like they had fun making it.
Facts.
And that's what. And the fact that I can tell this way just by a trailer alone makes me excited for this game.
Yeah, this looks fucking dope. Dollar sign, thoughts?
Yeah, it was cool getting a glimpse of the story because it really puts the whole story in context, right? Like it starts off, she's like in Earth, like she has a shitty life and she's like about to commit suicide. Like she jumps and then she gets transported to this fantasy world, and now she's like trying to save this kingdom, right? So like it's cool now to like have like a clear idea of what's going on now, and like the gameplay, like we were seen glimpses of the gameplay. Like the gameplay looks like pretty badass. It's definitely a must cop for me.
Definitely, I think that it's a unanimous must cop from the whole squad.
Yeah, and the so lead in this game, she's actually going to be the lead in the Netflix adaptation of Resident Evil during the TV show.
I did see that. Oh, I didn't know that was the same person.
Yeah, she's in it. Lance Reddick.
Lance Reddick. Yeah, I didn't recognize her or the other guy, but I know a lot of people seem pissed off about it. But yeah, I mean, fuck that. We're focused on Forspoken, and this shit looks insane. Capono in the chat says, "Give me a good dodge mechanic, and I'm happy." Yo, facts.
I feel like there will be. Honestly, I'm excited to do that little like these. I'm excited to see what those dashes like feel like on the controller. Honestly,
oh yeah,
like that's the thing I get hyped about the most now. It's like, oh man, I can't wait to know what the haptic feedback is like in this game.
I know, right? We're honestly lucky. And for those who don't have a PS5, yo, we do. Again, we've reported on here before. We know that they're building a bunch of new batches. There's a new model that's gonna be coming out really soon. So yeah, man, just. My best recommendation, right? Because I already know it's hard as hell.
Get your money up, bro. Get your money up.
No. If you have the money, you can't secure one. Start looking. Nah, hold on. For real. I'm being for real. Look up anything like that has like stock alerts, right? There's like different groups on Discord that will give you stock alerts on some random website in the middle of night. It'll send a notification to your phone and be like, "Oh, PS5s," and you'll be able to get it. And not 100%, but think outside the box. These Twitter drops, you got thousands of people looking at this shit. Use stock alerts. That's all I got to say. And if you want some recommendations, shoot me a message on Twitter or whatever. However you can get in contact with me, I'll send you some to kind of get you started. But yeah, let's move on to the next game.
Or rob somebody, sell drugs, do illegal stuff, break the law. Nova approves.
I do not approve this message, but you do what you got to do. That's all I got to say.
You say exactly what I'm saying. Read between the lines. Rob somebody.
So now we're looking at Rainbow Six. What is it called? Rainbow Six Extraction. So this game, I'm not a Rainbow Six fan, right? I didn't play Siege, and I wasn't really planning to get into it. I know it's fun multiplayer, but y'all know how I am with multiplayer games. I'm just kind of like, I'm hot or cold about them. This game actually intrigued me. I like that they were like, you know what? Let's do Rainbow Six with aliens. Right? The game looks good. And they're just switching up the formula, right? Give me some PvE and I'm with it, right? That's why I was so big into Destiny. If you give me team-based PvE, I will buy it. I am there for it. So I'm going to keep my eye on this game, but I know for y'all it wasn't too hot, but I'm willing to give Rainbow Six a try again based on what I'm seeing, right? I like the setup. They're defending themselves from these aliens, right? Again, while there is 1,000% a lane for PvP and, very competitive when it comes to Rainbow Six, it's just not my bag. So, yeah, what do y'all think? I already know what y'all think. It's not good.
Yeah, this is a hard wait and see. Like, if it like blows up and it's really popular, then yeah, I'll pick it up. But yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on this. I was never into the Rainbow Six franchise, and I don't think I'm ever gonna be.
Close-minded.
I mean, I feel like Battlefield is probably going to take most of my time, so I'm good. Instapass. All right. This man clearly never played. This man clearly never played Rainbow Six Vegas. All right, which is the last one I played, which was fire. But congratulations, the last one you played was fire. Oh my god, I don't care. I don't.
Keep him on cool hand. You know what I'm saying? His XP still a little low. You know what I'm saying? He getting up there though. Hasn't played a Rainbow Six game ever.
It's never appealed to me. It's never appealed
not even like 2 gens ago? Like, you never played any of the old Rainbow Six games?
Never appealed to me, bro. I was I was either playing Battlefield or Call of Duty.
And it seems like what I'm reading in the chat, you guys
We're all playing Ghost Recon.
What I'm seeing in the chat, that y'all ain't really rocking with this game either. I'm reading Capono says he doesn't think this was a good fit for the show. Kind of seems like DLC from Zombilla. Pass, okay. I see what y'all. Hey, I'm listening to y'all. I hear y'all.
And my bad, Joe. Yeah, Joe. I never got into it, man. I was playing either early Ghost Recon or Call of Duty or Battlefield, man.
He says go play Rainbow Six Siege. Do yourself favors. See, hey, if you're in the competitive bag, Rainbow Six Siege is one of those games, bro. It didn't start off too great, but through updates and stuff, it got a lot of love, and yeah. So if it's your bag, it's your bag. Let's move on to the next game. Something we've known about for maybe 2-3 days now. Alan Wake, the legendary Xbox exclusive, has now made its way multiplat, right? Everyone's getting this. This is coming out on Xbox, PlayStation, PC. If you're someone who's in their narrative bag, like I am, then yeah, I haven't played this game. I've definitely done a lot of research into this game, doing some opposition research throughout the years, and I always wanted to play this game. So now that I can play it remastered, and you know what, before I go on about this game, because it's an old game that we're getting remastered, I do want to say, because we were having a conversation before we were on air, and we were talking about one of the games coming up that's a remaster, and I'm like, yo, let me just say one thing. If there's a game you have not played, which you were maybe interested in, you skipped out on maybe a generation or two ago, and they come out with a remaster, that is the perfect opportunity to get in that game. If I've beaten that game back on PS3 or whatever, I can't tell you, fuck this game, disregard it. There's someone who's going to enjoy it. And not even that, they're enjoying it on new hardware, right? With maybe updated controls, better camera, better graphics. So many improvements. So I just want to put that out there. Again, this game, if you play this on Xbox, you might just be like, I'm good on it. But, for all those who've never experienced Alan Wake, this may be fucking dope. So, yeah, tell me what y'all think about this. Damn, y'all quiet.
See, I didn't do an extensive research like you did on this game. I don't think I want a remake. I don't want to play a remake. Not right now.
It's a remaster.
So it's a remaster.
Remaster. All right.
So just like they upgraded the textures and stuff.
Then yeah, I don't even want to play a remaster. That's what I meant. I don't want to play a remaster. I don't want to say I'm a pass on this game. I'll probably play it.
Bro.
But not.
Just want to tell you, this is a Remedy game. This is one of Remedy's classic games, right? Same people who brought you Control, same people who are bringing us. What's that?
I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I don't think I'm gonna play it right now. It just didn't look. It just didn't grab me as much as I thought it would.
Okay. No, I'm actually
do some research, nigga.
I really enjoyed Control, and the story of Control was pretty good. And this game is known for having a good story, so
yeah, like I'm saying, I'll play the game at some point. I don't think it's gonna happen right now, especially when I have all these new games to look forward to in the future. Nah, I'm good. I'm good right now. I'll come back to it later.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Capono says it's again.
I don't want to get excited for remasters when I got a whole slew of new games.
But here's the thing: just because it's a remaster, it could be a classic ass game. All right, you're gonna tell me right now, and I know you don't know shit about Elder Scrolls, but if there was an people know Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion was fire, right? But by today's standards, the graphics do not hold up at all. But there are so many things about that game specifically that I like way better than Skyrim, even though Skyrim had updated controls and all that shit because it was it was the next game. But if they came out with a Oblivion remaster, that shit would do numbers, bro. Whether people have played it or not. That's what I'm saying. We can't discount it because it's a remaster. All I'm saying.
I'm not discounting it. Like I said, I have all these new games down the pipe. You know what I mean? This one can be in my back.
Yeah, exactly. I feel you on that. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Like I feel like this game free on PlayStation Plus.
You know where I will agree with you on? The next game we about to talk about. Wrong game. All right, guys. We at this point of the show where we got another GTA 5 trailer. When the fuck will GTA 5 just die already? Yo, GTA 5 is an anorexic cow with like just pumping out powder at this point. I will say this. Updated graphics, blah, 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 blah. All right, this is a 2-generation old game that has been kept alive by its online mode. Honestly, I'm not even going to look at this game, right? I put so many hours into it on PS3 that even the PS4 gen, I was like, nah, yo, I put too many hours in that game. I can never walk back to it.
Can we be honest? This didn't deserve a showcase, and we talked about this.
I agree.
I didn't think the showcase. This is.
I gave the showcase negative points for showing this.
Yeah, like this ended up being like this ended up hurting the showcase for me. Like this, it was because the showcase for me was damn near perfect, minus GTA, minus Deathloop.
Hold on. Save it for then. Save it for then. All right. We're gonna get.
But
there.
I'm saying like. No, what I'm saying is, but like this was a tweet. Like y'all could have tweeted this. Y'all could have thrown up a YouTube video for this shit. Like I didn't need this to have showcase minutes.
Yo,
but the thing is, they revealed a date. Maybe
March.
That's why they threw it into the showcase, March 2022.
And I'm gonna get to some of these comments in a second. I just want to say that let's be real here. Sony has a deal with Rockstar. They're not dumb. There's gonna be some GTA 6 goodies we're getting. I just have a feeling in my gut. Sony has something under their sleeves for GTA 6, right? Whether it's timed exclusive or something crazy like that is gonna happen, in my opinion. The reason why I feel like they're putting out all these fucking GTA 5 trailers, is because Sony they got a contractual obligation with them to say, hey, I know you don't want to, but you need to pump GTA 5 out until GTA 6 comes out, and then we got y'all. But for now, because think about it, every showcase we've gotten, the past 2 showcases we've had GTA. I'm gonna get to some comments right now. All right, so Zombillis says that's a bogus looking GTA 6. Facts. Did GTA look much different to y'all? Hell no. And you said you're not buying it. Glinzer says GTA 5 probably hit in PS6. Yo, that was a good one. Yeah, I just Black Rain says let's go. GTA don't hate, bruh. GTA 5 is played the fuck out, like, bruh. Like, come on, yo. Yeah, you know what, Capone, good point. They did delay it. It was supposed to come out in November. I do remember that, and now it's March. Yo, they could delay this game another year. I wouldn't blink a fucking eye. Like, that's how much over GTA 5 I am. Even when they announced first person mode, I was like, bro, no, sorry. So yeah, you know what? I think this does affect my final score for the game a little bit. I mean, for the conference, but not by much. And very soon y'all will see why. Very soon. Let's switch gears. Let's go to Ghostwire Tokyo, right? A game I've been very fond of. Again, another example today of us getting further context on the story. It shows like this, Tokyo when shit's going crazy, people are turning into whatever they are, and you see the protagonist. You kind of get an idea a little bit more. We still can't tell what this game is about like that, but it does offer a glimpse into the protagonist and maybe his love interest or girl or whatever. Again, this is Dishonored on steroids to me, and I'm super excited to see this game. I'm super excited. I'm happy they showed more of it. Every time I see this game, I'm like, all right, cool. This is like the cooler Deathloop to me. I love the first person, like, magic. Yeah. Any thoughts on this game, guys, from seeing this trailer?
Yeah, it was really dope. The gameplay they showed and also the story. So I mean, from what I took from it, it seems like he dies, right? He got in a car accident, and now he's like working for the devil or something, killing these ghosts. Like, and like it seems like maybe he's also like blackmailing him with his girlfriend being hospitalized. I don't know. It seems pretty interesting. Whatever's going on in the story.
Yeah, I'm definitely psyched for it. Again, this is not the first
Uh,
time we saw it, but
Nah, but I think them delaying it was probably a good move. Like I said, sometimes it sucks because we were supposed to get this game this year, right? Now it's coming next year.
yeah, spring 2020.
Yeah.
Keep in mind this is Xbox. This is an Xbox Studio. Let me be very clear out here. This is an Xbox Studio game. Go ahead, Cohen.
No. So I mean, like I said, So I'm thinking the delay was probably a good thing because obviously the tweaks. I obviously see some things in terms of some of the gameplay that I was able to see, and it looks like the delay did it some good. Yeah, this is still a day one cop for me. Insta cop.
Facts. I'm there with you, bro.
What about
So,
y'all?
yeah, this is definitely Insta
Cop
Cup.
or Insta pass? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah,
And
let
that's what
us
we should be
know.
at.
Yeah, let us know. If it's Instacop, throw it in the chat. Instacop. If it's a pass,
Insta pass.
if it's a pass, then just put Game Pass in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't with that. Right along, let's go to Guardians of the Galaxy. So this game, honestly, after seeing this trailer, as y'all know, I wasn't too crazy about it the first time they showed it off, but this kind of it got +1. It +1'd on me this time. Same developers as Avengers, so But the fact that it's a single player game, it actually looks pretty promising to me. And I'm gonna, you know what, Cool, since you're the big comic book guy here, what's your take on this, man? What do you think about this? Because I know this trailer was interesting to you.
Yeah, so the first time I saw this game, this was definitely a day one cop for me because, all the characters, they don't look like any characters from the MCU. They're more based off the actual comic book. So I'm assuming they're going to be doing stories and obviously references to the actual comic book line. This was definitely an instant cop for me. The fact that I got to see more of the trailer and hopefully I get to see the Nova Corps like in this game, this is going to be really dope. Man, I was nervous about the fact that it's the same makers as the people who just did Avengers, and we all know how bad.
But they're known more for making single player games. Like they made the Deus Ex series, right?
Deus Ex.
Yeah.
They made all the Deus Ex games, and they made Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is also like well received. So all their past single player games are well received. It's just that one misstep.
Yes, and I mean, hopefully they use that misstep as a reference point, like of what not to do with this game, because this is in the same realm of Marvel, and that's you can easily fuck this up.
Oh yeah, and they actually did make Marvel Avengers. That's Crystal Dynamics.
They were part of the team. If you look, hold on, I gotta do my Googles now, man.
Yeah, if we're wrong, let us know. But you might be right about this. Dollar Sign, what about you? You seem
Yeah, no, I've been in on this since day one. Like I thought the story looks good. The gameplay as Star-Lord looks pretty interesting. It seems like you just play as him, and then you can kind of like tell the other Guardians to do stuff. So it looks fun. I like the banter. I like how it kind of reminds me of the movies. This is definitely in the Instacop.
Yeah. Eidos, the developer is Eidos Montreal, and if I go on their website, go to their games, right? Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and then their latest project, Marvel's Avengers, September 4th, 2020. Boom, mic drop. You've been cool.
There you go.
Okay, so they did work on it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cool Hand, for fact checking, man. Appreciate that. Glinzer says, I thought the show was the Nova Corps. Yeah, real quick before we move on to the next game, what's the Nova Corps and why are you excited to see them in this game?
All right, so Nova, it basically the Nova Corps. Think of it like as like Marvel's Green Lantern Corps, So basically, the Nova Corps is like a police force, and then there's a superhero that's like kind of like known as Nova, and he wears a gold helmet. He wears a gold helmet. It's really dope.
Okay. So that's the show, guys. Thanks for joining the Nova Corps podcast. All right, that one did not land. I'm a sad trombone myself.
Unsubscribe right now.
All right, I fell flat on that one. That one was not. That was not it.
Yeah, and all those environments looked really cool. Like all those different alien planets, like the that big being they were talking to.
Yes.
Like all the worlds seem pretty cool. I wonder. It looks like is there like yeah, you can fight in space. Like that's gonna be real fun.
I hope so. Honestly,
like space battles.
Like that would be tight. I mean, like this is Guardians of the Galaxy. It would not make sense if we didn't like do this. Like that would be cool.
All right. Let's move on to the next game since we still got a bunch of bangers to go. Let's move on to Blood Hunt. So I think the first time I saw this was on Microsoft stage actually, and it was just a CGI trailer. That shit didn't do a goddamn thing for me. But the moment I saw the gameplay, I was like, okay. You got some factions in here. You got some just interesting gameplay. Like I haven't seen anything quite like this. I mean, I've seen things similar.
I dig the factions. The fact was really cool. I like the use of like the fact that you can use like these very not I don't want to say supernatural, but like vampire powers and shit. Like with guns, like it's very like what was that Underworld, like if Underworld was a game.
Oh yeah, this is it right here. And this is a battle royale, by the way, which is very interesting. Oh yeah, this is a battle royale. So I wonder from class to class how the abilities stack up. Yeah, this is very interesting to me.
So the fact that she's able to block bullets with the samurai sword, that was dope. And then like on top of that, like the fact that one of the factions is Nosferatu, and that's like one of my favorite films. That's great. Like that's cool. This is Instacop, and the other one's Bruja. I'm with it.
Yeah, this is not an Instacop for me.
It is free to play.
Oh. It's free to play.
Oh,
yeah, it's a free to play battle royale.
Oh shit! All right. If it's free to play, hey, tell me twice. I think it was Glinzer or Zombilla who said earlier this is more of a rainy day game for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't really hop into free to play battle royale, but hey, free to play, I will definitely give it a shot. I would if I had to play 100 hours of free to play games to get my money back from what's that? I forgot about the game. It gives me PTSD so bad. What is it called?
Outriders.
Oh, oof, ugh. That just made me vomit in my mouth a little bit just even hearing the name of that game. Yeah,
hated that.
I would play 100 hours of Fortnite to get a refund for that game. Still, like, so trash. But you
can actually play the game right now on PC. It's on early access. On
really?
Steam. Yeah.
Oh, this game?
Yeah, you can play it on PC right now if you wanted to.
Hey, yo, fuck PC. This is a console show, dude. What are you doing?
I mean, on the console show, they show the game that you can play on PC already. What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that, Sony? We don't want no PC games on our shit. Even though my 2080 will rip right through this game. All right, yeah, let's move on. Let's go to everyone's favorite game, Deathloop. Yay!
All right, I was this one also hurt the show for me. All right, so because I've seen Deathloop to death. Even the last little mini event that Sony did last was it last month before, whatever the fuck it was.
It was like 3 months ago.
That shit. Yeah, whatever. It pissed me off. This like really blew me.
You know what?
I thought it was nice because it was like a story trailer, right? Because it was in the perspective of the protagonist, and like he's talking about he's stuck in a time loop. He's trying to figure shit out.
They talked about the last showcase also.
Yeah, but it was more in depth this time.
That.
And they showed like different levels and areas and stuff.
They did that the last showcase, and the show.
I mean, it just shows that this world's pretty like immersive and stuff. Like there's a lot to show.
No, I get that, but like, don't. There's like when you overdo something, and Deathloop is nearing that. Like it's right on the edge, right on the border of it. It's like it's almost showing me too much.
And
it's showing me. Go ahead.
Just a quick PSA. No, I want you to continue. Just quick PSA. This is a Xbox Studio game, by the way.
Damn, son, where'd you find
like
this?
It's an instant cop for me, right? Like I'm gonna buy the game, and that's the thing. I'm gonna buy the game already. Like I don't need to see it. Like in the showcase, in this showcase, right? When I'm seeing a whole bunch of new games, and then you show me one remaster, and then you show me this game that I've already seen 1,000 times at this point. 1,000 times from where you already talked about game mechanics, which is already, I'm like, okay, cool. You've already shown me the variety of levels. You've already shown me that it's the online where I can invade other people's games. That's cool. All right, great. I already know this now.
All right, but this trailer was to show the protagonist, though. Let's be real. They were trying to show you a different part of the game. Look, I'm there with you. This one they could have honestly saved for YouTube. 100%. And I want to actually get off this game in a minute.
But the game comes out on Tuesday.
Oh, so that is true. There you go. No, you know what? I agree with you. If it comes out Tuesday, Sony's been pushing this game. You got to show it one last time before people buy it. We'll never get. Keep in mind this. If this makes you happier, we're never going to see this game again in a showcase. So there you go.
And I don't even. And that's the thing. And the thing is, like, I sound like I hate the game. No, I'm excited for the game. I'm excited to play the game. But good God,
Zombilla says
how many times
they should call this game gimmicky time killer. I mean, hey. The game comes out next week. We'll see what the reviews are like. It's not a day one cop for me. I'm very interested in it.
This is definitely day one for me.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking a lot into this game to kind of decide day of, week after to see if I want to buy it. But I'm not in a rush to buy it, to be honest. And plus, this is going to be on Game Pass day one. Except it's not. Day one after a year. Yeah, let's get the fuck off this game. Next game, which is this even a game? So, to any of my music nerds out there, if you know about Radiohead, right? I love fucking Radiohead, right? Radiohead's a shit. I love Radiohead. If you're not into that type of music, if you don't know who Radiohead, then this game may or may not be for you. I recognize the song immediately. It's from the Kid A album, which is a super experimental Radiohead album. We see like this freaking like obelisk, and then the freaking like game cuts off. So I don't know if this is a game. I don't know if this is a freaking experience, what this is. But hey, we'll see. There's not really much to see here.
Yo, J-Dub's in the waiting room.
Oh, bring him in. Oh, damn.
Oh, shit.
Oh, we got a surprise guest. We got J-Dub. Yo, Jay, can you hear us?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh man, yo, I hope you weren't waiting in there too long, bro.
No, man. Hey, I'm literally just seeing your seeing your message or whatever, and I said, man, hopefully I'm not too late.
Oh nah, definitely not, man. We're just getting into the thick of it, man. We're glad to have you on, bro.
Right on time.
Right on time, man. We got J-Dub in the building. Let me give you some air horns.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
What's good, man?
Talking about how I got death looped to death on these trailers, man.
Oh man, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I'll put it like this way: I'm gonna pick up Deathloop, but at this point in time, if you haven't made up your mind whether you're gonna get that game, whether that game interests you or not, I don't think keep showing it. I think keep showing it will have a negative impact.
Thank you.
Facts.
Thank you.
Because then I'm like, okay, I've seen this game so many times. I'm not interested. Now it's annoying. Now, if I had any interest in it, I don't even want it anymore. Exactly. It looks like a good game. I'm definitely going to buy it. But at the same time, they've played it at every single show.
That's that should have been a tweet, right? Like tweet it out, PlayStation.
Yeah,
tweet it out. That's all you should have done with this shit.
Yeah.
J-Dub, so we did go over a couple games. I just want to like go over some games and just real quick, if you have any like thoughts or feel strongly about a certain game that I'm about to read off. Okay, actually, I'll start off with this. What'd you think of KOTOR?
Oh my God! Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. At first, I was puzzled because I was like, "Nah, this can't be," because I remember the original was on Xbox.
Yep.
So I'm like, "Wait, this is Microsoft exclusive. I think they got the license to this stuff." But then when I saw it, it's like, "Hey, that's a PlayStation 5 exclusive." I'm like, "Oh man, the ball got dropped," because I know a ton of my Xbox friends have been begging for a sequel or a remake. I mean, they even went crazy when they got the backwards compatibility game that cleaned the game up and stuff like that. People went gaga over it. So I was kind of like puzzled. So it didn't hit me until like 10 minutes later. I was like, damn, they got Star Wars KOTOR. Like, that's huge. Like, that's huge.
It really is, man. I think this is gonna be, and again, it's a timed exclusive, but still, hey, we getting it, right? We can't complain.
It is.
Project Eve. What'd you think of that game?
You know what? I was watching that game. I thought it was, what's the game? The Nintendo game.
Bayonetta.
Yeah. I thought it was Bayonetta. I was like, is this like a grown up version of it, like like a PlayStation version of Bayonetta, where I thought maybe it was like a mature, graphical, intense Bayonetta, and I'm interested in it. It's a day one for me.
Oh yeah, definitely day one for me as well.
Yeah, a new IP. Hey man, I love these new IPs, man.
Yep, can't get enough of them.
Yeah,
kind of go through. Did Alan Wake Remastered do anything for you?
No, it didn't. And I'll just be honest. I've never been an Alan Wake. I've owned them all. I've never been an Alan Wake fan.
Okay.
I've as far as like the remaster, well, I guess I can't say remaster, right? Because it has been remastered before.
Has it? I honestly don't even know.
No, like with the DLC and then coming across multiple. I mean, because Alan Wake was on the 360.
Facts. Yep.
Okay, and then the Xbox One, I had it. They did they did what they did, and then they had the DLC like the Dream. I forgot what they call it or whatever. And then I had it on PC, and so I remember it when it came to Xbox One. I thought that was a remaster because it obviously cleaned up all the textures and everything. So, okay,
I was the same
but hold on.
way.
But let me ask you this one thing. For a Sony fan who's interested in like good story, because keep in mind, I don't know too much shit about Alan Wake, right? Just from what I see.
Now you're getting into semantics. We're talking about the general thing, right? We're looking at a PlayStation showcase of new next gen games, and then you show me the remaster. What? No.
Okay.
No one's saying no one's saying we don't appreciate the story, but it's like the context of it. That's a tweet. That should have been a tweet.
I wouldn't. Yeah, listen. I wouldn't have minded, but if it was a remake or if it was a sequel, but it's just a remaster. It's kind of like Grand Theft Auto, right? It's kind of like they really could have left that stuff off the stage. I mean, it's not a remake, right? A remake is from the ground up. You build the thing from the ground up in the likeness of the original material. Exactly. This here is Alan Wake. I mean, it's the same game we played across 4 different generations.
You just gave me a texture upgrade, like a texture pack. That's great.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
The same
pretty much, we're going to be playing the PC version. That's it.
Yeah. And that's all. And the thing is, like, that's no knock on the game, but like you were saying, Dub, that shit was a tweet, bro. That's a tweet.
And I'll be honest. Those games like this, right? These games, they should always be in the $29 barrel, right? In on the shelf. They should never be a full price game. I feel like that because, I mean, it's the same game. It's the same everything. You just cleaned up the textures. You made it 60 frames a second. Let's say you added some DualSense haptic feedback. Okay, cool. I'll give you some kudos for that. But other than that, it's the same thing. I mean, here's the thing. The animations are still going to be wonky. They're still going to be the same animations from the 360. Do I really want to pay, full price for that? Maybe not. I'll get it on sale or something.
Yeah. Okay. I think J-Dub, you helped me make my choice on this game. It's definitely a bargain bin jump for me. I'll get it when it's free on PS Plus or something. All right. Well,
yeah.
I just want to catch up with some of those games with you. Let's resume. So the next game we got is, I don't even know how to pronounce this. Chia. Like it. Basically, for me, it's a Moana simulator.
Yeah.
It looks good for, like as a kid's game. At first, I was kind of like, but then it looked kind of cool. You can control, different animals on the thing. Again, this is not a game for me, but there's definitely an audience for this, I believe. I think for the younger crowd, this might be a dope ass game. I don't know. What any initial thoughts from you guys on this?
Well, my opinion, I'll tell you this: my gaming habits and stuff like that. I play a lot of weird games, but I'm interested in it. I was interested in this. I was interested in that new game that they are coming out, the China-based game it's called Doki V or something like that. Doki V.
Yeah, that
Doki
game
5 or something like that.
Yeah, that game looks dope.
I'm interested in that type of stuff. I don't know why, but it looks interesting. It's something where outside of sports, shooters, racers, and the normal stuff that we normally play, maybe I can just sit down, chill, relax, and play some game like that. And it's something different. I love different type of games.
Yeah, I can agree with you on this. Again, seeing like the power to like control different animals, it's kind of dope. To be honest, I think if I showed this to my girlfriend right now, I think she'd be like, "That looks dope. I'm buying it."
This is a pass for me, but I was telling Nova off air, man. I had my older cousins and some of my uncles, man. They were talking about getting this game, and I was like, this ain't this. I'm not spending my time on this one, but like I'll spend my time on like other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dollar sign. Any thoughts on it?
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat. Like I thought it was nice to see, like variety in games. Like this looks like it's fun. It's like a lot slower paced type of game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just not for me.
It's something. Listen, one thing about Sony and I really like about them is they create various amounts of different games. So there's something for everybody.
Facts.
On PlayStation. You don't just have to be stuck with the shooters. You don't just have to be stuck with the same old. They make stuff that, if you don't like the normal stuff that we play, hey, Sony got something there for you.
Like they stick their neck out. That's the cool thing about it. And like they try everything, and they don't always hit the mark. But the fact that they actually try. More often than not lately, they've been hitting the mark.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I really hate when people say, when pretty much people say, "Oh, it's trash. It's trash." It's like, look, I get it. If a game is not for me, if it doesn't look interesting to me, that's fine, right? But I know that there's a ton of other people that are into games like that. I'm not really into Pokemon, but there's way more people that love Pokemon than me, right? So their opinion matter way more than mine do, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay for variety.
Facts. No, definitely. And this is it. This is our game of the show that showed us something different. Like you said with Doki. Again, that game, I didn't think I would even like it, but watching the more and more of the trailer, I'm like, yo, this is crazy, it's wonky. I got to play this game. It looks like Animal Crossing on steroids. So yeah, okay. Well, some good takes here.
That's honestly, hold on. That's what it looks like. It's Sony. It looks like Sony's version of Animal Crossing.
Yeah. And nothing's wrong with that, right? Animal Crossing is a great game, and stealing ideas and stuff from it, that's just flattery, right? That's good. That means you take some ideas from something that did very well, and you put your own spin on it. And hey, who knows? This may be the next big deal, right?
Yeah, it might be the next Bugsnax. Bugsnax did really fucking good, and honestly,
my girlfriend platinum Bugsnax, which made me platinum Bugsnax.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I did not want nothing to do with Bugsnax, and then my girlfriend got like a third way through the game, and she was like stuck on this really easy challenge. So I'm, pass the sticks. I was getting like frustrated watching her play. I was like, nah. And then I started to learn how to play. I was like, oh damn, this kind of has a all right gameplay loop. It's interesting.
Did you ever do the dark ending?
No. We didn't beat the game, but we're close. We're very close to the end.
Oh my god! If you don't help anybody, like don't do any side missions and just feed everyone and turn them, like they eat each other.
All right. There you go. Spoiler. Bugsnax. You heard it here
first. There's a dark ending, which is crazy.
All right.
It's also super progressive too.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next game, and I think after that we just got the heavy hitters from there on. So stay tuned, guys. We only got a couple games left, but they're the big ones. Again, we're doing this chronologically as they were announced. So we're getting to it. So the next game, and we kind of had a little back and forth before the show about this. This kind of goes back to my earlier comment about, a remaster for someone who hasn't played a game might be a first opportunity to hop in it and really try it out and see what the hype was about. And for other people, they're going to be like, I already beat it, and I don't want to go back to it. So what we're looking at now is The Last of Us. Whoa, I wish. Uncharted. We got Uncharted.
Remaster.
Yeah.
Collection.
Yep,
Remaster.
it comes with Uncharted 4, Lost Legacy, remastered for PS5 and PC. Again, if you play these games to death, you might not go back and play this. This might just be like a blip on the dot. But if you haven't played the series or these games, this is a perfect introduction at higher fidelity graphics. J-Dub, I want to start with you. What was your kind of thoughts on seeing this?
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of knew it was coming because the stuff kind of leaked a little bit earlier, so I figured it had a chance to come. I'm okay with it. I'm glad the PC guys are able to take.
But you thought this deserved a showcase?
I thought it would make an appearance. Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, did you think it deserved a showcase?
Yeah. Listen, prior to God of War and prior to Spider-Man being there, Uncharted is their flagship franchise.
That's what I was telling them.
That was their you cannot, this is not, it's small to us because it's an old games that we already beat, right?
Facts.
But to Sony, this was their bread and butter, right? Before they got the Last of Us going and all the other stuff going. This was their big game. This was their stuff. So yeah, they gotta treat it with some respect, man. I would not want to see this on that indie stage. That would be a disrespect to Nathan Drake and to Naughty Dog.
You couldn't have said it better, in my opinion. But go, CoolHand, go ahead.
I think it deserved a showcase. I didn't think I deserved a showcase. We got this game literally for free on the PlayStation Showcase when you bought a PS5. This did not deserve a showcase. This was a tweet, if anything. If anything. I understand it's a flagship series. This was their bread and butter for PS3 and PS4. But this was cool. Don't get me wrong. Like, the update is dope. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna get the update. That's great. But this was a tweet. Like, they could have tweeted this shit out. This didn't deserve a showcase. Something else could have filled this spot.
Hey, they showed so much. I don't know what could have filled the spot, but Dollar Sign. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I've recently beat Uncharted 4. I never played Lost Legacy, so I might pick this up. I need to pick this up for PC. Try it out. It's probably gonna have widescreen support. I have ultra wide monitor, and uncapped frames. Ultra wide resolution. It's gonna look pretty good.
Did he mention that he's playing it on his 3090? Bruh. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave that there. Okay. Again, I agree with J-Dub on this. I think you got to put respect on this series. I get it. It's old to us. It's kind of like, this game again. But, to somebody out there like Dollar Sign, he hasn't played Lost Legacy. So this is like the perfect opportunity. Because Dollar Sign, let me ask you this before we switch to the next game, before we get to the heavy hitters, would you have played Lost Legacy if this was not shown or this wasn't coming out?
I was waiting for it to show up on PlayStation Plus to pick up. But now this is coming out, I'm gonna get the remastered.
There you go. So there's an opportunity for another sale for Sony, which affects their bottom line, and someone who hasn't played the game who might want to get into that story. But anyways, let's move on. So this is a warning. If you're still with us, this is where the heavy hitters start. This is where it gets real. All right.
Yep.
All right. So first off, we got to go with the biggest surprise of the show, right? The thing that no one saw coming at all. We got Marvel and Insomniac are doing a Wolverine game. Yes, you heard me. Let me repeat that. Marvel and Insomniac Games are doing a Wolverine game exclusive for PS5.
Drop on the clues bombs on them right now, Nova. Drop on the clues bombs.
Let me just drop. Yeah, y'all hear the bomb right there. Clues bombs. All right, J-Dub, since you joined the show midway, I want to give you the floor with this one, man. Go ahead. What were your thoughts when you saw this?
I'll be honest. I was like, okay, Insomniac, Marvel, and I was watching, and I was like, I did. I'm gonna be honest. I'm still kind of in shock that I've been begging for years. I said, somebody, I don't care who, if it's Sony, if it's Microsoft, give us an X-Men game, give us a Wolverine, give us something, right? With all these, I mean, knocking it out the park with the Spider-Mans, the Miles Morales and stuff. Like, come on. But when I saw it, and it's still, I'm still processing it, but this probably was the biggest bum of the show. This was probably something that, I mean, I know nobody leaked it because nobody knew. They kept this stuff under wraps, under lock and key. And this is going to be huge. This is going to be huge. It's understatement saying it'll be huge.
Please be rated M. Please be rated M. I want to see limbs flying.
I mean, listen, as soon as the trailer started, and I saw dead bodies, I had one or two guesses. I thought it was either going to be Deadpool or Wolverine. And I remember texting Nova before they even showed it. Remember, I was like, and then I saw the hat, and I was like, oh, Wolverine. And I thought it was going to be like an old man Logan. And then I that's what I thought. And then next thing you know, I mean, shit, we're just gonna get it down and dirty. Broad, drag out, knuckles out, Wolverine, and I'm digging it. Hopefully, I would love to see X-Men appearances, but I don't want it for this game.
I
don't want any X-Men cameos on this game.
The villains. Can you imagine just the villains?
Just give me like early Weapon X shit. Like, make this an early Weapon X game. Make this what Wolverine Origins should have been instead of that shit we got in the movie theater.
Whoa. Put respect on Gambit real quick before you say that. Carry on.
Man, fuck that Gambit, bro.
That was my favorite Gambit. You need to chill. Dollar sign. Thoughts?
For your favorite Gambit should have been the one from the 90s cartoon show. That's the only.
It was, but the movie adaptation, I gotta go with one. That was the first movie they showed Deadpool. Don't forget that. Dollar sign. What were your thoughts on seeing this title?
I'm with you. I'm really hoping this is gonna be a rated M game where it's gonna be real bloody. I feel like it's gonna be hard to make like a good Wolverine game without making it where you're like chopping up limbs and stuff.
You look at what they did for the Wolverine Origins movies, right? 1 and 2. They try to market it to kids, and that shit flopped. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh wait, we have Wolverine. This guy's an actual like murderer. Let's make it rated R. And then we got the brilliance of what is Old Man Logan. So
that was dope.
You can't fuck this up. It has to be rated M. In order for this to work, it has to be rated M.
It's also Insomniacs, and it's cool to see them, tackling something like different. Where Wolverine, he doesn't have like the traversal that like Ratchet has with his either rocket boots or Spider-Man with his web swinging, or like Sunset Overdrive. You're also pretty much just Spider-Man.
He's just brute and adrenaline.
So I just want to see how the gameplay is, like how the world design is going to be, because I feel like that could be like the massive open world.
I feel like it'd be more of. I feel like if anything, it's gonna be tailored to like a Western.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like whenever you see Wolverine, at least like how he's depicted.
And he's got the plaid shirt with the cowboy hat.
It's very like Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like this will be a very like a Western kind of style.
Yeah, I'm trying to see Logan on like a fucking motorcycle. And Glinzer puts a good chat. He puts a good comment in the chat. He says, "Deathstrike, Omega Red, Sabretooth is going to be on." Yeah, man. I mean, there's so many ways they can take this. They can take it an Old Man Logan way. We don't know shit, but however they decide to do this game, I think everyone is psyched. Now, the first thing that comes to my mind when I'm trying to picture this game is I'm like, all right, is this going to be similar to like Batman combat except like more hardcore? Like, I don't know, right? It's still way too early. This game's rumored to 2023, so we still got a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna be teasing this game out like crazy. Every showcase we're gonna see from here on out. Probably not the next one, but in the future we're gonna be seeing a lot more of this game, and I think they know what the hype anticipation is on this one. So yeah, this is crazy. This is.
I'll tell you this. Spider-Man today came out. Spider-Man is just made the most money. It's the biggest IP with all of the other ones combined, right?
Yep.
But Wolverine, that even if it's second to Spider-Man, right? It's so huge. And think about it. Sony owns Morbius. Sony owns obviously, Spider-Man. Now cutting a deal or whatever, getting Insomniac, basically Sony platform is the de facto standard for the comic books. If they work out a deal to get, I mean, if you have a comic IP, you own a comic IP, who are you going to trust to do your comic character right? You're going to come to Sony. You're going to come to Insomniac and say, hey, how about you do, or you can go to Rocksteady or something like that, right?
Yeah,
I feel like
they know for the DC stuff, but
I feel like this might be the make or break game to open that door. This could either open that door or close that door in terms of Insomniac securing those IPs, especially like if PlayStation has a monopoly on Sony on Marvel IPs, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
this because we all know the success of Spider-Man, right? And that's a difficult game to do. But in the long run, it's not, because Spider-Man is also just like a very marketable, easy to negotiate and traverse character, right? Like everyone universally loves Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
Whether you're a comic book fan or not, the name Spider-Man. Same thing with Wolverine, but it's a lot more difficult. You know what I mean? It's because at its core, my man's a murderer, hardcore killer.
So you think they're going to integrate these worlds?
I mean,
at some point, I think they will.
Should.
There's going to be a multiverse. There's going to be a multiverse.
But that's what I'm saying. In order for Insomniacs to have this, in order for Insomniacs to get all the other IPs, Wolverine needs to succeed. Not saying it won't, but this could be a make or break kind of thing in terms of getting access to other IPs.
But they've already succeeded to do that, right? Because Spider-Man gave them Wolverine.
No, I get that, but I'm saying it's probably that, you did great with this character. Let's see how you do with this one, and then if you do good with this one, we'll talk about opening the door to all the other ones. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Jada, what were you trying to say?
Technically, you got the first Spider-Man, right? They knocked that out the park. Then they backdoor with Miles Morales, right? Yeah, it's still Spider-Man. I know it's still Spider-Man, but still a different character per se, right? The story and stuff like that. So
core still the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But if you look at their catalog, though, if you look at their catalog of games, right?
You can't tell me that just wasn't Black Peter Parker. He acted the same way as Peter Parker.
Yeah, but it's the story, the feel of the characters are totally different. The moves and stuff are totally different. So I get what you're saying.
In terms of personality in the character, that shit was.
I don't think it was. I think it wasn't a theme. It wasn't like a copy and paste. They actually when I play Miles Morales, it plays different than Spider-Man, right? Because I played the game back to back after they did the patches and with the ray tracing and upgrades, 60 frames and all that stuff, and it's actually the feeling is different. Even the moves, just the swag of the different characters, it's different. You can tell it's different. And that's why I think Spider-Man 2 is just going to blow it out the park, because they have two different characters in two different personas, and the animations are different. And it's maybe it's just to me.
Did you see that it's confirmed that it's not going to be a multiplayer? It's confirmed it's just a single player.
Yeah, that's fine. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. And I'm gonna be honest. A lot of people ask for multiplayer stuff, right? But when they get multiplayer stuff, a lot of them don't play it. It's just more of an asking for it.
That's facts.
I'll be honest, and I'll tell you why. Right? I love Ghost of Tsushima, one of my favorite games. It was runner up to Game of the Year for last year.
Facts.
Legends came out. I've played maybe an hour total in the multiplayer of it, right? But it's great, high reviews, everything for that. They even just came up with the new Legends Rivals or whatever that came, right? But I just didn't. I played once or twice, and that was it. Like, give me the story, give me the single player, and get out of my way, right?
Facts. I will say though, J-Dub, the raid was mad fun. Mm-hmm. It was pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
You do have to put in for the long haul a little bit. Maybe put like a good 10 hours into multiplayer. That's what it all leads up to. Doing the raid, which is pretty challenging. I'm not gonna lie. The nightmare missions are almost like too hard. But yeah, I think ultimately with the multiplayer was tacked on, but the raid is what made it for me. So if they added it on the next Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm assuming they will, and expand on it, I think we got something cool there. But yo, before we get into Spider-Man 2, I do want to move into the next game, Gran Turismo 7, which I am so, and J-Dub, I know you are excited about this too. I am so excited to play this game. Oh my God. Again, and for anyone who doesn't fuck with car games, we get it. Doesn't mean the game is trash. Just means it's not for you, right? This is very niche, right? If you're into cars, if you're into simulators, this is the franchise. This is one of Sony's highest selling franchise,
oldest and biggest franchise. Yeah, it's actually Sony's. It's PlayStation's flagship game. Actually, it's sold more copies than any game combined. It's the oldest franchise, and this is why Polyphony Digital can go out and spend 10 years making a game. Right?
Facts. They
have unlimited amount of time to do whatever they want because I mean, this sums up PlayStation. This sums up the corporation. This sums up PlayStation 1 from all the beginning.
Yep.
And they have done this franchise great all throughout all the years, the over 20 years, 25 years. They've taken care of it. They even ventured into the whole esports crowd, which has been extremely successful.
Yep.
It's with Gran Turismo Sport. That wasn't a mainline game, right? Gran Turismo 7 is back to the main line. Gran Turismo Sport was a online esports game, which it made the Olympics, right? It's an Olympic sport now.
Sheesh.
So that tells you what that has conquered for that particular era. But now we're back to the mainline Gran Turismo, and so we're back with everything that we loved and adored from all the previous ones. Mm-hmm. So I'm ecstatic, man. I'm ecstatic. I can't wait.
Customization.
And we got a release date. The most important part, we got a release date.
Yep. And
March 7th.
March 7th.
March 7th, yeah.
And the scene they show where they kind of show the map, do you think they're going to go kind of like Forza style in terms of like, if you want to go to the dealership, you got to drive there or something like that? Do you think there's going to be any type of that, or do you think it's going to be classic Gran Turismo?
No, it's going to be classic Gran Turismo. Okay. They'll have those little cut scenes because they had them in previously, right? The cut scenes where it's like you're driving to the different places and you pull in the dealership. That's Polyphony Digital. They don't, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't want them to venture in that whole open world stuff,
arcadey style. Yeah,
I don't want them. They specialize in simulation, just like their motorcycle game Tourist Trophy for the PlayStation 2. I wish they bring that back, right? Mm-hmm. But they excel at what they do, and that's for a console. It's a diehard simulation racing.
And this game looks insane.
It's crazy. Ray tracing, not just in the garage, but actually racing. And we got full day and night and real-time weather. Finally, right? Finally, we can get next-gen real-time weather conditions and stuff. So this is huge, man. The customizations are back. Adding turbochargers, superchargers, changing all the stuff, actual physical changes, adding your wings, body kits, and stuff like that. Oh man, I'm back, baby. I'm back.
I know, dude. I'm there with you. I cannot wait to fire this up on the CX, man. Oh man, this is I think it was called Genetech is the name of the company who's collaborating with Polyphony Digital to make the like next gen racing the steering wheel and
yes, Fanatic. Yes, Fanatic.
Fanatic. Sorry. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do. I got the man cave now, so maybe I can actually get something going with that. But yeah, this is definitely day one cop for me. And if y'all don't know, if you're into cars, even the slightest bit, it might be worth checking this out. If you don't know about this franchise, I mean, this has one of the best soundtracks of any fucking game. Like every Gran Turismo game, the soundtrack is just fire, right?
Yes, absolutely. I think Gran Turismo 3 to me, 3 and 4 would be the. I mean, A-Spec. Oh my god, the soundtrack was crazy.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you guys, but do you know who the voice of Venom is for the Spider-Man 2 game?
Candyman.
Yeah, Tony Todd.
Yeah. Oh man, that's gonna be crazy.
Glinzer said, "I would love a new MotorStorm." Yo, MotorStorm was actually dope. I fucked the MotorStorm back on the PS3. But yeah, seeing them get back to this is dope. Go ahead, J-Dub.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, MotorStorm was good. The thing about it, right, and we have nostalgia, but those sales of the last MotorStorm, I know because it came with the PlayStation when I bought the PlayStation TV. Some of you guys don't remember the actual 3D TV that Sony released.
I remember that. Yeah.
I have it. It's in my office, still hung up. I still use it and everything. I still got the glasses and everything. Yeah, it was good for that time, right? It was HD, and HD at that time wasn't fully mainstream, and not everybody
did it look like it was actually coming at you.
Yes, 3D. So when you play MotorStorm, it had that Salmo view. So it came with two glasses. Whatever you were looking at on your side of the screen, whenever you look at a TV with your glasses, you will see a different view. Like if I'm racing, I'm seeing my view. The other person will see a different view. They will see from their perspective, and it actually worked. The 3D actually worked. It was that and SOCOM were the games that came with it. And but unfortunately, around that time, they had the big hack. The network services and stuff was down for 3-4 months over the summer, and that killed SOCOM. And I think that also killed MotorStorm because it was supposed to be a online, multiplayer game. So it's unfortunate.
They lost a lot of money.
Unfortunate. So.
I just do before we move on to the next game. I just do want to highlight a couple things. So in this game, not only do you have customization in terms of upgrading your car on a very specific level, the exterior, you can customize the paint jobs, all this stuff. I mean, if you want a real simulator, look no further. My only hope is that they have at least as many cars as Gran Turismo 4, which I think had close to 1,000 cars. I'll tell you now, I don't think it's going to have 1,000 cars because back then, right, the baseline of their cars that they had, each generation, they would start with that first game. It would have, let's say, 300, 400 cars. They would build upon it. In the next iteration of the game, they would take the cars that they had previously, add on to those, and that's how you got the 800, 900, and the 1,200 cars. With Gran Turismo Sport, right, they started from scratch. They built the cars from scratch. That got you like 300 cars. They build over time. I think it's a total of maybe 400 cars now. So this one with Gran Turismo 7 now, they build upon that. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're going to have maybe 800 cars, right? And then more added over time, of course.
Throughout time, yes. Because so many cars, right? Remember when Gran Turismo Sport came out? There was like 100. That was maybe 150 cars.
Yeah.
And they just kept adding on to the list, man. And they had so many, and all the DLC is free. All of the cars, the packs and all the kind of stuff they had were free. You could, win it with in-game currency, but also if you wanted to just buy the car, you could. It cost you $2. So I didn't have a problem with that.
I didn't. Well, I'm glad you're excited for this. I'll just save everyone time right now. Cool Hand and Dollar Sign are not looking towards this game. But hey, again, it's not for everyone. So we'll if this is boring to you, we'll move on to the next game. But just know that we are hyped for it, and this is gonna make some splashes when it comes out. So let's move on to Marvel's Spider-Man 2, one of the biggest games we saw this evening or this earlier today. This game, I was not expecting to see it. I was expecting to see Abandoned before seeing this game, and the fact that we got this, I'm gonna kind of turn the mic over to Cool Hand just because me and J Dub were talking to death about Gran Turismo. Being our fellow comic dude on the podcast, I don't know what to even say. I want to hear. Tell the audience what you were telling me earlier in terms of what you noticed from the trailer. Yo, Cool Hand. All right, we might have.
Did we lose him?
He's on here. I just don't see him on here. So I'll kind of just go into his theory. So he was mentioning how we heard Craven's voice, right? Even though right before we saw, I'm blanking. Why am I blanking out on on one of the biggest villains in Spider-Man? Symbiote. Venom. Sorry, I don't know how I forgot that. Yeah. So he was mentioning how we heard like an Aussie voice before they showed Venom, and how he's kind of predicting that Craven is going to be like the big baddie of this game, on top of having Venom in this game.
Sorry guys, my mic was being weird.
Okay, so I'll let you take over then. Go ahead, man.
All right, so basically, I'm thinking this trailer is a misdirect, right? I'm thinking that we will fight Venom, but I think Venom might also be a playable character in the end, right? Mind you, this is speculation. I could be 100% wrong. Just a disclaimer. But just given the fact that we were given like this narration and it was this English voice, this voice with an accent, had me think Craven immediately, right? Craven the Hunter. And then all of a sudden it leads you to an alley, and then you hear Venom's voice. Venom's clear American accent, groggy voice. So I don't think Eddie Brock has an accent, so that's good. So I think what we're seeing is just a misdirect, right? Craven is probably the big bad villain in this Spider-Man, and I'm excited for it if that's the case. If it's Craven, that's dope. I could see Insomniacs giving me the little okie doke, us thinking, oh man, Venom is the big bad guy. No, guys, no. If there's anything that we know, Venom is not really a bad guy anymore. He's more of an anti-hero. He's a tweener. He's in between. He's a good guy, and he's more of your what do they call him? They don't call him anti-heroes. Well, is the anti-hero the word?
Villain?
Yeah. No, he's not a villain.
He's like Deadpool kind of, right? Like he's a hero. He just doesn't
give a bad guy. He's a good bad guy.
You can't really call him a bad guy because he's saving people, but he's just doing it in extreme fashion. Like the way Venom is written now, and the way Venom is shown now in cartoons, in the movies, and even in the comics now, right? He's more of a hero than a villain at this point. So will we see the anti-hero Venom? I think so. Are we going to get a misdirect and a possible fight in the beginning between Spider-Man and Venom? Absolutely. But I think it's going to end up being Craven who's the one orchestrating all of this.
I can definitely see that. Just like there's another villain that they just haven't shown yet. Because like with each game, they give you more and more. Like Spider-Man, you get to play as Peter Parker. Miles Morales, you get like his abilities. And now, like for Spider-Man 2, they're gonna want to do something different.
Yeah,
or expand on the game. So I can see them introducing Venom as like a playable character.
That's what I'm saying, because I feel like we're gonna probably get we got it in the last Spider-Man game. We might get the Sinister Six, right? We might get the Sinister Six. We might get the Sinister Six.
Sinister Six, yeah.
I could not get that shit out for the life of me. But yeah, I feel like we might end up getting that in the in this game as well. So I mean, I feel like Craven is definitely the perfect main villain in this game if that is the case. So I mean, I'm crossing my fingers hoping it's Craven, and I'm hoping, and this would be cool, right? Like let's say we can play as Venom at the end of the game, or in a DLC where the whole DLC you play as Venom and he has his own storyline. I would actually prefer that versus like a tacked on suit that gives you Venom powers, I speculated like a motherfucker when I saw this. So this is just my brain going 1,000 miles. Like I think it's definitely I definitely don't see Venom being the main villain. I definitely see him being orchestrated by Kraven. I think Kraven is the main villain.
Keep in mind, everyone, this is a PS5 exclusive. This is not cross-gen, right? So Sony, again, with Wolverine, they're kind of stopping right before the PS5. Hey, if you don't have a PS5, well, you got some time to get one, because these games are definitely going to be taking advantage of the new hardware, which is what we wanted, right? It's finally here. So we definitely have a lot of stuff to look forward to. This is coming out 2023. Dawson, any thoughts on this before we move on?
No, yeah, just I'm excited. I think you're gonna play as Venom as well. I already gave my 2 cents.
Oh, that's right. My bad. All right, well let's move on to the finale, right? The game we've all been waiting for. The game that's been teased for so long, right? We knew the name of the game we knew the name of this game as soon as we beat the first one, right? So yeah, let's talk about God of War Ragnarok. I mean, damn, what is there to say? We saw a crazy trailer with grown-up Atreus. We saw all these new skills, crazy ass graphics.
I see y'all fat shaming Thor.
Oh man,
leave my man alone. I like it. I'm a fan of it. I like that shit. Watch my man get gully like Bray Wyatt. Watch y'all hating on his look. Watch my man get dirty. Yeah, Fat Thor about to get it in. Watch.
I don't know about
he gonna
Fat
die,
Thor.
but he gonna get it in.
Yeah, I mean, anyone, just go ahead. What were your takes from this? From watching this, has been awaited for so long. I didn't see a release date on this, but yeah, what do y'all think?
Can I start?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's cool. All right, man. So I think this was definitely not what we thought in the beginning. Like, remember, we speculated highly. Just to recap, when we first got the announcement of Ragnarok, we had our thoughts of what the gameplay would probably be. Wow, I'm not in it right now. We had thought that like maybe we could see, because the last game we got to see an older Kratos. He wasn't moving as fast. He was more relying on his wits and his mind. He was more, and he's more mature Kratos. So he was kind of coming to terms with a lot of things, learning how to be a father in terms of being a warrior. And we were kind of thinking like this game would have been a full circle game, to the point where it's like maybe half the game will play as Kratos and then he'll die, and then we'll play the rest of the game as Atreus. You know what I mean? And then he will take the mantle as like God of War. You know what I mean? Like it would have been cool. Obviously, that's probably not going to be the case.
Definitely not.
This is it. It's been confirmed.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Odin looks like. I'm excited to see the Norse mythology expanded. Like after playing God of War, I got really into Norse mythology, man, and I'm excited for Ragnarok. I'm excited to see the world serpent back. I'm excited to see the shit. This shit's about to be vicious.
J-Dub, what did you think about seeing Tyr at the end of the trailer, and how I was they teased him the whole first game, and you see all these things left by him, and then now we finally see that he was captured by Odin. Like, what were your first initial thoughts? I'm like, holy shit, that's Tyr right there in front of our eyes.
I was like, come on, I'm crazy. God of War is my thing, right? Guys, you gotta excuse me, but I'm still reeling it in, right? I'm still coming down off of that high. I'm still trying to rationalize everything that I saw. It was just so much, and I'm glad all of the leaks, well, most of the leaks that were out there, I'm glad they were all wrong and stuff like that. I'm glad we got what we got. I noticed that Atreus, he's a teenager now, so he's grew. Kratos is he's older. He's older than what he was in the first game. You can kind of tell with some of the detail and some of the scenes. So he's kind of still worn out. They brought Thor back, so we saw that scene again. We saw Freya, we saw Tyr. I can't wait because the first game we went through so much speculation about, okay, now that we've beat the game, do you think this is it? We were looking for all the clues and all the other stuff, and I just don't know where we go now. But it's been confirmed today, right? I thought it was going to be a trilogy. This Ragnarok is, like they say, that's why they call it Ragnarok. You know, the Armageddon, the end of, you know, the end all. This is it. This is going to be the last thing. And so I take it after this, they're going to go to a different mythology. I think was proposed previously was, according to Corey Barlog, the Egyptian mythology. They thought about that way, so they thought about other mythologies too, because he's already tackled the other mythologies. You know, now you know, so they could just go anywhere, right? And so
imagine Kratos versus Anubis. That shit would be fire.
You see what I'm saying?
God, that would be insane.
Yeah,
I could see that. So, and he would fit well into the Egyptian landscape. I could see that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
damn.
Man. It's so many things. I think if I'm gonna guess, right, because we all had it based on the first game that Kratos would die and Atreus would live on and maybe become him or whatever, something like that. But I'm gonna be honest. I think Atreus is gonna die. I think Loki's gonna die, and then that's just gonna be the end of it. Kratos will probably die with him, and they'll just finish the story off, or he lives and he just move on to the next. I don't know. I really don't know how the hell they're gonna do this. Right?
J-Dub, I have a little theory here. Go ahead.
If I'm Kratos, I've already lost a family before. If I lose another one, he'll make another one, bro. Like, my man had no problem finding another wife.
Here's my theory.
He's old now. He's not like he you know, I don't know.
I mean, he's still a god, right? Like he
true, but Atreus made him more mortal than immortal, and that's the thing, right? Because that was the whole story about part one. You're on this journey with your son. You don't know how to deal with him. He's irritating. You know, you're hiding your past. You're hiding stuff from him. But now he's finding out about your past, and he's finding out about himself and what he really is. And now he just needs to come to terms with what he is and how is he going to behave with that.
I mean,
it looks some of the dark side.
I have a very early theory about how this could end. So my theory, and again, this is early. I'm just kind of working the cogs out right now. I can see them ending, you know, this mythology, and Kratos and Atreus surviving and make it, let's say, the Egyptian mythology, right? Which I think seems more likely than not. I could see just kind of how we didn't know he was Loki. I could see how Loki could exist in another timeline under a different name, right? If I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure there is an Egyptian god that can shapeshift into different animals, which, you know, Loki can do technically. So even though they haven't showed it yet, so I can see that possibly happen. Again, it's a theory. I'm throwing it out there, but you know, it's kind of like they're contextualizing Kratos. They're contextualizing Kratos in whatever mythology he's in. So even in this mythology, if you look up the father of Loki, which everyone thinks is supposed to be Odin, but he actually wasn't. He was a bastard child, and Freya definitely was his mother. Not Freya. Frey? No, I'm thinking of something else. Anyways, if you look at the mythology, it could make sense. That's all I want to say on that. Dollar, you've been silent about this, man. What are your thoughts on this, man? I know this is one of your favorite games. We met Corey Barlog in 2018 at E3. Y'all know my famous story.
Yes. So Rich says it's the final game. It might be 40 hours, and I'm kind of there with him because, you know, this is a cross-gen game, which meant that instead of like building the game from the ground up, they spent the past 3 years probably building it up. You know, just making the game a lot more crisp. You know, seeing what works, what didn't work, building upon that, making a massive world for you to explore. Like, I feel like this game is gonna be like epic, and it's like the end of the saga.
Do you think there'll be another God of War?
They do. They'll bit, huh? Yeah, I think so. But it's gonna be built ground up and probably a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah, because remember, we know that Cory Barlog's been talking about a sci-fi title for a while now. So
yeah,
there's some smoke.
He had that satellite as his profile picture for a bit.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. By the way, the name was Laffy or Faye. Some people,
Faye.
Some people say Faye. Sometimes people get it mixed with free or whatever. But
yeah. Thanks for pulling that out. Yeah. So again, I could see Loki existing in another, in the Egyptian sphere as another god or demigod. Because the Egyptians had so many different gods that Kratos could be interpreted as, that's our legend says that this person is, Kratos, but he has a different name. Yeah, exactly. Whoever the God of War of the Egyptian thing was. So, yeah. I think this game definitely garnered the most hype. I mean, just kind of as a review. I mean, we got a ton of games. What was that?
No, I'm saying it was the exclamation point. That of course
it was. The most hype. Yeah, it definitely. Sony definitely ended it off right with this game. Now we get into our overall scores of the whole showcase, and I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. $. I want to hear your score and why, out of 10.
So I gave this a 9 out of 10. The only reason it wasn't perfect is because they showed GTA 5 again. Like they got a negative point for that. But besides showing Wolverine, like I was not expecting Wolverine at all. Seeing Spider-Man 2 was really cool. It looked like that whole thing was like in-game or in-engine footage, and it looked like really crisp. Like with Forspoken, getting finally to see the story of Forspoken and kind of like how she got there and what's going on in that world was pretty cool. So like it was really good. It was a lot of gameplay, a lot of story. Like we got to see story of Ghostwire. So it was like really packed and dense with like a lot of stuff.
Yeah, very few like lulls during the whole entire thing, man. I just remember like being on the edge of my seat, like I wonder what I was expecting like worse games, like when's the next filler game, but I didn't really see it.
It's been I feel like it's been years since I've seen a showcase that good.
Oh yeah. This is the best showcase. I was just saying this. I was on Optimus's Twitter space earlier today, and I was saying people are going to be using today's event as the bar going forward when it comes to events. People are going to be like, oh, it wasn't as good as 2 years ago when they announced Ragnarok, or and trust me, this one is definitely sticking out. But yeah, what's your? Oh, wait, you gave us a score. It's a 9. Next up, Cool Hand. What's your score and why?
8 out of 10.
Okay.
It was damn near perfect until they showed GTA. They showed Deathloop. They showed Uncharted. Yeah, it was. If it wasn't for them showing all that. Oh, and then Alan Wake. That lost points. Yeah, if they didn't do those 4, it'd have been a 10 out of 10. It was damn near perfect. Damn near. I still think.
So you're saying it was pretty much too long?
Yeah, in a sense. Like if they could have done without those, honestly. I was really hoping for some Kojima news, but we didn't get that, obviously.
Yep.
I would have loved to see some more information on Blue Point or Blue Box.
Both.
Yeah, right. Like it's.
Yeah, I was expecting to see Abandoned for sure today, but no, that's actually delayed till next year now.
If I was gonna bet the house on that, I would have said Abandoned was gonna show up today. But I mean, obviously we didn't get that. But definitely just 8 out of 10, just in the merit that they showed a lot of remasters.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. J-Dub, what about you? What's your score and why?
My score is 10 out of 10, and I'm gonna tell you why. They kept the show without all the talking, without all the fluff, right? There was something for everybody. They saved the special part of the show for last, but they did recap on some stuff that they got coming out. And we, as gamers, I understand. Every time they talk, we want them to show us just something new. But with that being said, They have to let you know the stuff that's coming out soon and recent, right? And so the first half of the show was based on games that's coming out soon. We still, the year isn't over. They still got to sell these copies of Deathloop, right? They spent all that money securing that IP. They still got to, the license to GTA 5. They still got to sell that. They still got to get you to go out and do this. So as gamers, sometimes we look past that, right? Once you show us, okay, well, they showed us a teaser, right, of God of War Ragnarok. Now we got the name. Now let's see what else they got, right? We move past that. We kind of have to focus on what's in the near future, right? We got Kena dropping in a couple of weeks. We got Deathloop dropping in a couple of weeks. We got Death Stranding, director's cut, right? We got so much stuff coming that people have already moved on into next year mentally.
Facts.
But we still got to buy these games. We had Fist that just came out the first part of this week.
Yep.
It's not. I'm not going to knock them for doing what they need to do. They promised these people that they were going to market these games, that they were going to do this, and that's what they're doing. I get it. Us, the hardcore, right? We want to see the stuff in the latter half of the show. That we're excited about the stuff in the latter half of the show. But they had to show us the stuff. So I'm not going to knock them for the stuff that they had to show. Gran Turismo was just you showed me Gran Turismo, move out my way. I'm good. But on top of that, God of War, they delivered on the God of War. It looks amazing. They delivered on the Forspoken, right? Big blockbuster AAA, another blockbuster AAA game from Square Enix. I mean, at this point in time, Sony pretty much has already bought Square Enix. They got like 4 IPs that's exclusive for them on their platform, so they're already in bed with them. So, it's it was just something for everybody. That Forspoken looked amazing, and I love that they have the cross-gen stuff, and they showed you the PS5 only stuff, so we can kind of get this out of our mind. Oh, this stuff. It's like, listen. Cross-gen is to get the install base up to a certain point, and then they'll cut it off and say, we're only going to focus on the PS5. I know from day one, as a PS5 owner, we would love to just only have PS5 stuff. But that's not the case, especially in a global pandemic. Stuff just didn't work out that way from both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
So, but it was a 10 out of 10. They nailed it. They kept me thoroughly entertained. They didn't come out and talk. They didn't give up. And even after, it was supposed to be a 40-minute show, I enjoyed the other 20 minutes of them interviewing Herman Hulse and Insomniac and talking about the stuff.
That was cool. Them getting into it and really just diving into what they're doing with this game and what to expect. That was cool.
Yes. Well, and the number one thing I like, right, is they actually talked about and gave you the release dates in the interview in that little small talk segment. Herman Hulse, yay, here you go, Gran Turismo, March 7, 2022. Finally, it was tangible substance. It wasn't a bunch of fluff like, man, boo, get off the screen. I kind of have that. I feel like Microsoft events are kind of like that. It's an hour and a half. It's much too long, and you don't care about 90% of the stuff there. And it's just everybody come out on stage and they try to be cool, hip, and young, but it's just a turnoff, right? And it's just like, come on, man, like get off the stage. So Sony was short, sweet, to the point. They showed you a ton of games. They showed you stuff you didn't know was coming. They showed you stuff that you knew were coming. They revealed some stuff. They gave you some release dates, and they got the hell out the way. And the whole internet blew up. And hey, man, so now we're gonna sit back and enjoy these games.
Facts. Yeah, yo, Jada, you couldn't have said any better. And I'll just go straight into it right now. My score for this is also a 10 out of 10, and I'll also tell you why. And I agree with you on a lot of points in terms of like, okay, I get it. GTA 5, right, as hardcore, and even people who aren't that hardcore may not want to see that, but come on. They have a deal with Rockstar. We're getting first dibs on GTA 6. They have to show this. It's contractual obligations. They're like, all right, you want GTA 6 exclusive, time exclusive? Motherfucker, keep pushing our game. Push these shark cards. That's how they make their money.
Exactly. Yeah.
So again, we don't want to see it, but there's a whole business aspect, right? Alan Wake, right? It's a remaster. Again, it's not going to be from a lot of people, but it's the first time it's on PlayStation. They got that locked down. Again, it's a multi-plat, but they have to market that. Why would you not market that? They're not going to waste any time.
Here's the thing, right? If that does well, we know Control did really well on PlayStation. If this Alan Wake does well, then guess what? The next Remedy game could possibly be exclusive to,
Facts.
You have to look at the Matrix and the stuff like that. So that's why I always tell people, look, support your games, because you do not want to go the direction that other people have went in,
Yeah. I mean, we also got KOTOR, which is a big surprise. Wolverine.
Yep.
I mean, even the games I wasn't really that into, like Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I mean, again, there's an audience for that. So the variety I saw today was great. The pacing was great. Like you said, J-Dub, they literally gave us game after game after game after game, and then at the very end, it's like, all right, if you want to stick around for the interview, you can. You're going to get some good nuggets of information. But they didn't waste 1 minute dilly-dallying or just like have some like cringy like show where they had some random celebrities who give a fuck about gaming. Like they saved all the theatrics. They're like, nah, we know. They knew the hype level for this. I mean, there were a million ways to fuck today up, and they didn't. Right? They delivered. They delivered. Even for the shit I didn't really want to see. Again, I know there's something there. And if I'm judging this as a presentation of games, again, it's a 10 out of 10. I was not bored at one point. I was fully engaged. And we've all been there where we're watching an E3 showcase or whatever, and we're just like, oh my god.
So like 2 indies in a row.
Yeah, they showed 2 indies in a row. I'm like, all right, I'm about to go, hit the bathroom real quick. Let me know once this thing gets lit, And then at the last announcement, it's like a freaking CGI teaser. And we're like, oh, what the hell? We got gameplay. We got release dates, right? We got everything we could have wanted.
We didn't get indie dribble. Like, we didn't get indie filler for nothing.
Exactly. They're like, nah, this is...
They had a separate showcase for that.
Exactly. And again, the hype behind today's event. How long have people been talking about today's event? This event was supposed to happen last month, it was supposed to happen the end of...
around June, around E3.
Exactly, right? Everyone, we kept pushing back, rumored, September this, August this, July, like... So this event was a long time coming, and I gotta say, they fucking delivered. If I'm gonna compare this to any event in the past fucking 5 years, 10 out of 10. No question about it. 10 out of 10. They slammed it out the park. But yeah, I mean, those are my thoughts. Again, everyone's gonna have a different rating based on what attracts them or what they're into. But yeah, Sony knocked it out of the park. If I'm Microsoft right now, I'm drooling. I'm stumbling right now. Like shit. I don't know how you can counterpunch this.
Game Pass can't save you. It can't save you against them juggernauts they came out with.
Hell no.
And I hate to say it, but screaming Starfield is not going to save you, right? It's not. The IP that they showed today were synonymous with greatness and everybody and their mom, even if you're just a fan of the movie or the comic book or the cartoons, like that shit is another level. And Sony, to their credit, man, they have that power because they do own studios, because they do own the IPs, and they have the partnerships with Marvel and all kind. They have the will and deal. That's something that no amount of money is going to be. I'm not gonna say no amount of money, but Microsoft is just it's an uphill battle to deal with that, man.
They got to dump a lot of money on their problem at this point. I mean, again, what comes out in the next 2 to 3 years, hey, we don't know. But from what we've seen today, September 9th, 2001, nah. This event shits on everything Microsoft has done since the launch of the Xbox Series X. Not even close. Like,
will we say, is this going to set the stage for how the format is going to be done for future events to come?
I hope so.
I
hope so. Because they skipped out on E3.
I'll be honest, right? I know a lot of people like to meet and greet. They love that meet and greet format. That's not me. I like what they did today. You just come out, say, "Hey, this is your name. Let me get off the stage and let you see what we got." And then they did it. It was paced right.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long. You didn't spend a lot of time like, oh man, is this over? Like when it's like you didn't spend. It wasn't a lot of day time. Even if there was something that you didn't care for, let's say GTA 5, right? They only showed it for like a minute, and then that you were on to something else.
Fast.
So you didn't have to suffer long. Whereas I feel like with a lot of Xbox shows that drag on long, there could be 5 or 10 minutes where they're just not showing you anything that interests you. So there you go. He said, like he said earlier, I'm going to go to the restroom. I'm going to grab a bite to eat or something like that. I didn't have this effect today. It may have been 1 or 2 things that didn't really, make me go gaga for, but it was only a minute that I had to deal with that, and before it was on to something else. So yeah.
Sorry, Jada, I just saw your tweet about where you said Phil Spencer should just give Xbox blank man comic character. Yo, you violated it, bro.
I know. They gonna take me out. They gonna take me out again, brother. Y'all try to tweet J Dub in the morning, and it's kind of ain't there. Y'all know it's because of that tweet.
Oh man, that was funny. But yeah, man, I honestly, I see some guy retweeting Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic with auto HDR on Xbox. Don't have to wait for remasters. Boy, you playing an original Xbox game, boy. Nobody trying to see that. Get out of here.
Nobody enjoy these new 3D, really cool graphics.
Enjoy your
possible haptic feedback when I throw a lightsaber and force somebody. Man,
enjoy your 480p auto HDR. Enjoy it.
Enjoyed it. Okay.
Can I say one thing? I just caught my attention.
What's up?
I don't know if you guys knew, but there was a rumor going around the last couple of days or this week about Rockstar or Take-Two potentially being purchased by Microsoft and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Well, come to find out, that was some truth to that, and it wasn't the Rockstar that you thought it was. It was the Rockstar energy drink. Microsoft partnered with them for Halo Infinite. So it's a lot of L's.
Very on brand for Microsoft, right? Partner with a company.
It wasn't that. It was the wrong Rockstar.
Remember, it was a thing. Then Monster was like, "Hold my beer."
Yeah.
Oh man, Rockstar Energy. That's crazy. It's like it comes with a free bag of Doritos too. Like, nah, yo, just Oh man, I actually this next week I'm definitely going to be tuning into a lot of Xbox podcasts because I'm curious to hear the damage control. I love to hear it. Actually, it's entertaining.
I saw I retweeted something from Smooth earlier today, man. I know that's your buddy Nova.
Oh yeah. What was he? 1 foot off the ledge?
No. It was just how the fuck do PlayStation get an exclusive Wolverine game? Xbox, damn, use your damn wallet.
I know, right? Throw your money at your problems. But yeah, man, I don't know how you could follow up. I mean, we know there are some hype games coming out on Xbox. We got Halo Infinite coming out. Another Forza. Hellblade 2, Redfall, Starfield, Fable, Avowed, maybe a Gears eventually. But even with all those games I mentioned, those can't even touch the hype that we got. I mean, I'm waiting for Halo Infinite to come out because I think, and we've talked about this to death on this show. That's why I don't really bring it up anymore. But I honestly think it might be a make or break for a lot of hardcore Xbox people. So let me not say for the console, because we know that's not the case. But I think depending on how Halo performs, I think you're going to see some
they're going to be defectors.
Oh yeah, 100%. If that game does not perform, if that game is not God of War level, trust me, you're going to see a lot of defectors. I already see Smooth. He's on the edge right now. He's about to grab that contract any day now.
He's pissed.
Yeah.
He's pissed. And rightfully so.
Rightfully so. I don't even blame him.
I mean, this is the thing. People think when we talk about we talk about like Xbox not having nothing, they think we're coming from like oh, we're bashing. Nah, man, we want the competition. We like to see innovation. Competition breeds innovation. That's the rule of thumb, right? We know that to be true. We want Microsoft to succeed. They just need to listen to the community, man. Like, just listen to the people who are angry. Fucking do the opposite of why you're making us angry.
Yeah.
It's really simple. It's really easier than you make it. Like, they make it difficult. They make it rocket science. It's not rocket science.
Well, I think David Jaffe summed it up perfectly when he said that Microsoft's problem is their management. They're just not in tune with game. They don't have gamers in the management. Because keep in mind, we're looking at it from the umbrella of Microsoft. So they're going to have these people in there who are just like about the bottom dollar. But it's like, if you don't got gamers on the board, like how you have at PlayStation, you're going to have a lot of things go right over your head. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what PlayStation's doing so right. You got someone like Herman Hulst, someone who's at a studio head, you know what I'm saying, who already knows what to look out for, what people want, what is going to keep the conversation going. And I think Sony perfectly displayed that today with all their moves recently. Right? They said, fuck E3. Trust me, when y'all see our event, it's going to be worth it. And 100% was, you know.
Yep. Rest in peace, E3, because that just proved it. You do not need, some huge event that, and I'll be honest, it wasn't cutting it anyway. It was on the decline. That's why Nintendo went off to kind of do their own thing with the Treehouse, and other people have went on to do their own events and stuff like that. So It doesn't take long. You don't need, like I say, you don't need 2 hours of fluff, right? Just come out, give the people what they're looking for, and move on.
I will say, Jada, just following up on that E3 comment, I am happy and overjoyed though, because I did watch E3 since as long as you were able to stream E3 online, I've been doing it. I will say I am grateful that I went to the last real E3, and when I say real E3, I mean 2018, where I met Cory Barlog. The next year, PlayStation pulled out because there was that hack. And Nintendo started to do their own like off the cuff, Treehouse thing. So I was grateful to be a part of the experience, but yeah, I mean today just showed you really do not need an E3. You just need a well planned event with the right stuff to show, and this is gonna keep people. What we saw today is gonna keep people talking for months. Just know that.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be tough on some people for quite some time.
Yeah, but we're here for all the grifters and the damage control, because that's the thing. When you're on the winning side, it's kind of sad but funny to look at all the damage control that you're gonna see, man. People pulling reasons out of you're gonna see the deepest pockets in the next couple of days. People will be reaching down there as low as they can go in the pockets, in the Genko Gene pockets, trying to find whatever excuse they can. But it's all good. I think today was a mic drop moment in gaming. Definitely one of the biggest events of the year, without a doubt. And I mean, next thing on the horizon, really, Game Awards, I believe, right?
The Game Awards is next.
Yeah, Game Awards is next. All the other events have kind of come and passed already.
Did we go Tokyo Game Show?
Yeah, that just passed not too long ago. So
okay, so Gamescom, Tokyo Game Show. That's it.
Yeah, so we got the Game Awards, which now we know we're good chance to see some reveals there. But again, that's going to be amongst a shit ton of commercials and developer interviews we don't want to see. So yeah, we'll wait and see. Then we're definitely going to cover here. But yeah, I mean, that was the show. J-Dub, I honestly appreciate you for jumping in, man. That was a dope conversation we had, and with everyone in the chat, it was definitely very lit. So yeah, man, definitely looking forward to Twitter the next couple of days, man. I'm just have a big cheese on my face, man, looking through the timeline.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Keep your eyes on that timeline because you're gonna see a lot of shit going on. But yeah, guys, it's been a dope ass show. Dollar sign. Any kind of closing statements where they can find you of that sort? What you
You
playing?
can find me on SoundCloud, C_$.
There you go, right there. Anything you playing right now? You still on that Psychonauts tip?
No, I already platinum Psychonauts.
Jeez, that was fast.
I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima Rivals. I've been in that DLC leveling up.
Okay. What about you? I'm drawing blanks. Cool Hand. I was about to call you your real name. All right, go ahead. What do you? Where can they find you? What are you playing and all that good stuff?
Currently, I am playing I'm playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot right now. I'm trying to just get the platinum right now. It's just filler right now for me until I get my hands on Kenna.
Bro, you playing that game and still haven't touched Death Stranding or Final Fantasy VII Remake. What are you doing, bro?
Chilling, man. I'm Dragon Ball Z. I'm on my nostalgia trip right now.
Gotta wait a few more weeks to get director's cut for Death Stranding.
Facts. J-Dub, what about you? Where can they find you, man? And what you got going on? What are you playing right now?
You guys can find me on Twitter. Just whatever. There's some dust kicking and some people screaming. I'm probably somewhere around there. You can definitely find me on my YouTube channel, JDub4U. Yeah, man, and I'm just on Twitter, YouTube, really trying to grow my channel now. I hadn't been paying any attention to it. Now I'm doing more videos. I'm about to do some other big stuff. Been playing Ghost of Tsushima, the Ikishima Island. Been playing that. What else? I'm waiting for Kina. I'm about to get Fist.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and
Deathloop on Tuesday.
Deathloop on Tuesday. Yeah, man, it's like, listen, if you don't have a backlog, it's crazy. And I told people, if you're a PlayStation gamer, there's always games to play. There's always games dropping. I thought Sony was crazy for dropping Guilty Gear, Strive. In the freaking Ratchet and Clank, and what's the other game they dropped? It was 3 games they dropped all in the same
week.
It was just crazy. So yeah, those are gamer problems that we have. You know,
that backlog, man, never ends.
Yeah,
never ending backlog. That's what's up. Gotta check out your channel. I don't think I'm sub to you. I'm gonna get your sub to your YouTube. I've been seeing you. I always see you on everyone else's show, but definitely follow J-Dub. I'm gonna see if I can throw it in the chat in a second.
I just posted the link in the general.
Okay, bet. Let me copy that
on Discord.
All right, I'm gonna drop that in the chat right now, so y'all can go ahead and follow J-Dub. Me personally, I'm kind of back and forth between replaying Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS5. I'm like getting closer to the end. I want to beat it and then go ahead and play the DLC. Random. I've been playing. I can't even remember the name of the game. That's how like mid it is to me. I've been playing Days Gone and I'm trying to get into it. I'm trying, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna give it another like 4 or 5 hours before I give up on it, but I'm still early because sometimes you get too early in the game and you don't really give it its fair share where it like opens up. But yeah, I don't really know how I feel about that game right now. It's definitely not up to par with other PlayStation games I've played, but again, did you finish that game?
Which one?
Days Gone.
Yes. It was. I'll be honest. It was like the year it dropped. It was my game of the year. I do have some criticism. I do understand the Metacritic that it got. It's because the game had a lot of bugs. I got caught up in some save bugs because I couldn't pick up a container. Therefore, I had to kind of start over. And the game it went on far too long. It's just so long. Just when you thought it was over, it just keeps going on and on and on. Great story. I do want a sequel, but I'll be honest, not every game has to be 50, 60 hours. Jesus.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, again, I'm probably still like within the first 5 hours of this game. I'm like, I hope I get more weapons.
Wait. You just playing it?
I'm just playing it now. PlayStation Plus.
Oh, it's listen. You're in for a surprise, man. It's a great game. I mean, it's a freaking fantastic game. But just know the game is long, but it's not tedious where it's like, Red Dead was tedious to me because there was a lot of, I gotta get on a slow horse and go way over here, and then I gotta go way back and stuff like that. So
I never got past chapter 6 on that game. No cap. I just put that game down with the quickness. I don't know how, but it could not get me. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm playing. I'm gonna give it another 5 to 10 hours to see if it hooks me in with, hopefully unlocking more shit. But yeah, guys, that's been it. That's been the show. It was dope rocking out with everybody. Great to have J-Dub on, as always, bro. You're always welcome on the show.
Thank you, brother.
Of course. And yeah, y'all need to pull up on us next week. J-Dub's channel is in the chat, so click the link. Check out his content. And yeah, guys, we'll see you next week on the Insomniacs podcast. So you already know. Don't.
Peace.
Don't sleep.
And.
All right. Andy's.